Okay, recording is
Oh,
on now. Okay, fine. Welcome everyone. So before we do anything tonight, I just want to talk for a few minutes because I think this is something that so many of us experience, but we don't very often say it out loud. You know, like you wake up in the morning, you get straight into your day. And there's always things to do, people to see, people relying on you, places to be. And before you know it, you are in full motion. Does that feel familiar to you?
no, yeah.
Yep. So we just
Yep.
move,
Yep.
we just seem to move from one thing to the next. And we're getting ready for work or home. We've got appointments. We're looking after other people, trying to fit everything in. And I don't know about you, but I know I always feel like I'm constantly trying to catch up,
Mm.
even when I sit down. My mind is still racing. And so from the outside, everything looks fine, and you feel like you're managing, you're capable, and you're doing what needs to be done. But inside, there can be this quiet feeling of I'm I'm tired. I'm feeling flat. You know, there's just something missing. And then sometimes that thought can appear, is this it? You know, is this the best that it's going to get? Do you ever feel like that?
Oh, at least once a week. Yes. Today was one day. Yep.
Yeah. Well, I think we all have those days. So I hope tonight we can, ignite a little bit of spark for you. Um, have you ever had a day where you've got to the end of it and thought, what did I actually enjoy today? Did I
Mm.
even stop to think about what I enjoyed today? Or, which is sometimes quite often for me, do you ever feel like you have a real sense of dread for the day ahead? Thinking, oh, I wish it was over when it hasn't even begun? Do you ever feel that?
Yeah, Sharon, do you want us to reply when you're asking those
If you
questions? Are
want
they
to,
rhetorical?
if you want to, yeah.
Right.
I mean, if you want to, I just trying to see if it's something that you feel too, or is it just me?
Yeah, no, it's not just you. No, definitely not. We had our Fringe shows over the weekend, and that's exactly what I felt like at the beginning of each day because they were mammoth days and nights.
Hmm.
I've just learnt to go, this is just my brain keeping me safe. I'm as
Yeah,
equally excited about the
yeah,
day as I am dreading it. So, and I have to say
absolutely.
that to, yeah, sorry.
No, that's totally right. That's the way we feel sometimes. We feel, oh, this day's just going to be so hard and so big. I just want to have it over. But what we really want to do is we want to be able to enjoy every minute of our days and all the excitement that we're looking forward to, everything that we're going to be doing, we want to be excited about. Anyway, the interesting thing is it's not that your life is wrong or anything is broken. It's that we all at times live in reaction mode and not in creation mode. So many of us, I'm sure you will agree, will find ourselves living in autopilot. We do the same routines, we have the same thoughts, we have the same patterns, and then when nothing changes, we realize it's just the same. We think it's the same thing all the time because we're having the same routine, same thoughts, same patterns. But if we flip it a little and we say, what if it's not about completely changing your life, but how about if it's like changing how you experience your life? That's what I'd like to talk to you about tonight. What if you could feel more present in your day? You could notice small moments again, and you could create a real sense of energy and purpose, even in a life you already have. Well, this is where the mind becomes so powerful, because the way we experience life is shaped by what we focus on, what we expect, and what we allow ourselves to imagine. So tonight I want to show you something that's really simple, not something complicated or overwhelming, but something that helps you shift from just getting through your days to actually feeling something in your days again. Because there really is more ahead, and it doesn't start someday, it starts from within. Now, the big thing of why we find ourselves living on autopilot is because of our unconscious mind. Now, we're already using our unconscious minds every single day. Think about things like driving a car, tying your shoelaces, even brushing your teeth. You don't have to think about every step. You just do it. And I'm sure that both of you have driven somewhere before and arrived and then thought, how did I get here? I don't even remember that part of the drive. Well, that is your unconscious mind at work. So what your unconscious mind actually does is it's like a quiet background system. It stores your habits, your patterns, the way you think, the way you respond. And it's always working automatically, effectively, efficiently, and working without you needing to even think about it. But the interesting thing is, once something comes familiar to us, our unconscious mind will just repeat it. So when we have the same thoughts, the same reactions, the same routines, they can keep playing out day after day. And that's not because anything is wrong. It's just because your mind is doing what it is designed to do. And that's often why, even when life looks fine, it can feel a bit flat, a bit repetitive, and a bit like you're just going through the motions. You ever felt like that? But here's the really important part. Your unconscious mind can learn something new. It can begin to take on new ways of thinking, new ways of feeling, and new ways of responding. And that's exactly what we're going to do tonight. We're not going to force anything. We're simply guiding your mind so it can begin to work for you in a more supportive way. Your unconscious mind is so incredibly powerful. The question is, what is it currently running, and what would you like it to run instead? So one of the biggest reasons why we don't feel like we're having any change in our life is because we are doing the same things, the same thoughts, and expecting something different. Now, how can we do that? Have the same thoughts, do the same things, and the same feelings, but we expect things to change. You know, we wake up the same way, we run through the same routines, and we think the same thoughts about ourselves and our day and our life. And over time, it starts to feel like that is just the way life is. And it's not because we're doing anything wrong. It's just how our mind works. Our mind loves familiarity and it repeats what it already knows. Now, here's a powerful idea that I want to share with you. And you may have heard it before, but a reminder is good. Living in effect versus living in cause. When we are living in effect or reactive mode, our mood depends on the day. Our energy depends on what's happening around us. And our thoughts are reactions to everything that is going on. For example, I'll feel better when things calm down, or I'll feel motivated when I have more time, or I feel happier when something changes. We are waiting for life to change so we can feel different. Being in effect is when life feels like it's happening to you. But when you start living in cause, everything shifts. You begin to choose how you think, what you focus on, and how you respond to things. You start creating your experience in life from the inside out. Being in cause is when you begin choosing how you are going to experience things. Think about this. You could wake up tomorrow and think, here we go again, another busy day. And your body just follows that feeling, thinking, oh. Or you could wake up and think, what's one thing I can look forward to today? See, same life, same day, just different experiences. It's not about pretending that everything is perfect. It's about gently guiding your mind in a direction that works to support you, not against you. So instead of reacting, you take control and begin choosing. You don't need to overhaul your whole life to feel different. You just need to start changing the way you experience the life you already have. And this is where excitement and purpose begins. Not from big changes, but from small, intentional shifts. Little things like what you notice, what you focus on, and what you are expecting. And the good thing is, you do not have to force anything. You can begin to train your mind to naturally move in that direction. And that is what we're going to experience together tonight. So it's like where your focus goes, your feelings follow. It isn't about doing everything perfectly. There's no right and no wrong here. It's simply about noticing what happens in your own body. Just allow yourself to follow along and observe. And when you realize this, it can be quite exciting because it means things can change. So we've just been talking about how powerful the mind is and how what we focus on can begin to shape how we actually feel. But rather than just talking about it, let's have a little experience of it together. This is just a light, fun demonstration, and you are always in control. At any moment, you can move if you choose to. Just allow yourself to follow along and notice what happens. So I'd like you to just sit comfortably in your chair, feet flat on the floor, hands resting gently beside. Now, bring your attention to your body and notice where your body meets the chair, your back, your hips, your legs. And as you notice that, just begin to imagine that your body is becoming more and more connected to that chair, almost as if there's a gentle heaviness, a sinking feeling, as though that chair is supporting you more and more. And you might even begin to imagine that you're becoming just a little stuck. Not stuck in a bad way, just comfortably supported. The more you notice it, the more that feeling can grow heavier, more connected. In a moment, I'll invite you to gently try and stand, but just notice how that connection feels. And now, just gently, see what happens as you try to stand. What's happening? Are we stuck? That's okay. That's perfect. And now just let that feeling go. Take a breath and notice you can now move easily again. So for some of you, you may have felt harder to move, or maybe you felt heavier, or you hesitated before you could stand. And that all came from a thought and your focus. So that's how powerful your mind is, not by force, but by gently guiding your attention. So if a simple idea can influence your body like that, imagine what's possible when we guide your mind in a positive direction. This means you can begin creating your experience from the inside out. So let's use that same ability to create something supportive for you. Just allow your eyes to gently close and begin to settle in. There's nothing you need to do, nowhere you need to go. Just this time, just for you. Take a slow, comfortable breath in and gently exhale. And again, breathing in and letting go. With each breath, allow your shoulders to soften, your jaw to relax, the muscles around your eyes gently releasing, allowing those eyes to relax. And as your body now begins to relax, your mind can begin to follow. And you may begin to notice a sense of heaviness or lightness, or simply a feeling of letting go. With each breath, drifting a little deeper, more settled, more at ease. And just imagine that with every breath out, you're releasing the day, letting go of everything you've been carrying. And as you rest here, just notice how much of your life has been lived on autopilot, moving from one thing to the next, doing what needs to be done. And for a moment, there's nothing to do, nowhere to rush, And in this space, you can begin to reconnect with yourself. Imagine now a gentle sense of space opening within you, like a pause, a breath, a moment that belongs only to you. And in this space, there is no pressure, no expectations, just possibility. And now I'd like you to imagine a version of you not far away, not different, just a little further along. A version of you who feels calm, strong, clear, energized. Now notice how she moves, how she carries herself, how she starts her day. And most importantly, notice how she's feeling. And notice how natural that feeling is. Because that feeling is available to you. And now, just gently allow that feeling to begin to move towards you. Like it's drifting closer, softly, naturally. And as it reaches you, let it settle into your body, filling your chest, your shoulders, filling your whole being. Calm, strong, capable, and just rest in that for a moment. Now, from this place, begin to imagine your day. But this time with a slightly different awareness. Not rushing, not reacting, but choosing. Choosing what you focus on, choosing how you respond, choosing what matters. And noticing how even small moments begin to feel different. And just let this idea settle in. There is more ahead. And it doesn't start someday. It starts from within. And you can return to this feeling again and again. And over the next few days, you may begin to notice small shifts, new thoughts, a sense of possibility. You might even catch yourself thinking, maybe things can feel different. And that's where it begins. Now just take a moment to allow everything you've experienced here tonight to gently settle. And as you rest here, you can allow your unconscious mind to begin accepting this new way of thinking easily, naturally, and letting it become a positive part of who you are and a positive part of how you think, how you feel, and how you move through your days. All in a way that feels comfortable and right for you. And just remember, there is more ahead, and it begins with you. And now, just begin to bring your awareness back to the room, back to your body, perhaps noticing the chair beneath you or the space around you. And when you're ready, gently opening your eyes. Just take a moment to notice how you feel. No need to analyze, just notice. Just notice what feels different right now. And what you've just experienced tonight is something that came from within you. That sense of calm, that shift, that possibility, well, that's yours. And as you move back to your evening and into the days ahead, you may begin to notice small shifts, different thoughts, and maybe a slightly different way of seeing things. And those small changes are where everything begins. You see, you don't have to wait for life to feel different, because you can begin creating that feeling from within you. So thank you for being here tonight, for showing up for yourself. And just remember, there is more ahead. And ultimately, it begins with you. How are we feeling?
Very rested.
Good. That's wonderful, Mary.
Yeah, I had a terrible pain in my side and it's gone.
Oh,
That's great.
wonderful. Well, you both did beautifully.
And so did my cat. It behaved itself, thank goodness.
Well, that's
Good
awesome.
kitty.
That's wonderful. I'm so pleased.
Thank you.
Well,
Yes, thanks very much, Sharon.
you're very welcome. I hope you found it relaxing, and I hope it brings you a bit of spark in your coming days.
Yes, you've got a lovely calming voice. I might go and have a snooze.
Yes, absolutely. And we don't, you're right. We're so busy and we don't take the time. It should be easy to set aside half an hour a day for this, but yeah.
Absolutely. It's so good to have two such amazing, motivated people, two of the most motivated people I know here tonight.
Likewise, Sharon.
Positive,
Uh,
motivated people. It's wonderful. So I know you appreciate that
I
Thank you.
do,
the
very
way
much.
that the way that you think and the thoughts that we have and the thoughts that we choose makes such a difference.
Yes.
It's a big topic, the power of the mind. It's,
Mm.
It sure
I
is.
was just listening to a podcast yesterday about the placebo effect and how they're studying it to cure people, and they're doing experiments like doing surgeries, but not actually doing the surgeries.
Wow.
And people are having people are having the same, improvements as somebody who actually had the surgery. It's just amazing what's happening at the moment.
Oh my God.
I
So,
mean, nursing, you know that.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's just amazing what your mind can do and what it can create for you. And but it's something that we need to revisit a lot, because as Mary would know as well, um, it's always at the back of our mind, but sometimes we need to bring it to the front of our mind to
Yes.
you know, make us realize how how it's up to us. It's got to come from within us a lot of the time.
And you have to work on it. You have to work on it every day. Have to work on it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right, time for a cup of tea.
Enjoy. We'll have a lovely evening. Lovely to see you both. Lovely to see you, Mary. We're going to
Nice
catch
to meet you, Mary.
soon.
Yes, likewise. Yes, thank you so much. It was lovely.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
See you
Have a
Monday.
lovely night. Good night.
Okay.
See you.
Bye.
To you. Bye.
Bye.